Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you remember, yesterday we had three Am I the Assholes to look at. The first one was for telling my friend's fiance that it's his fault she won't eat. The second one for leaving everything to my bio children and none to my step. And the third one for being rude to my stepdaughter and banning her from eating with the family. If you'll recall, and I will link yesterday's video in the description here, but if you'll recall, I said that I didn't think any of them were the asshole. I think I didn't see a problem with any of them. But hey, today we get the results. So let's see what we have. So for the first one, am I the asshole for telling my friend's fiance that it's his fault she won't eat? The verdict is not the asshole. Nobody's surprised by that, right? I mean, we knew that. And just, again, go back to the previous video so that you can read it all the way through. But basically, the the woman's friend, or the OP's friend, is a teacher, and she's engaged to an engineer of some sort who makes 7 times more than she does. And they always go to these expensive restaurants. She never eats there. Like, she'll order a side salad or soup because they split all their bills. So the friend finally confronted the fiance because he was telling some kind of joke about how, oh, women always eat salads to watch their weight. And she's like, no, she's not eating a salad to watch her weight. She's eating a salad because she cannot afford all the expensive places that you want to go, right? So to me, that was just her being a good friend. But let's get into some of these comments. So La Lady writes, he's the asshole for simply for making her split every meal bill with him when he makes 7 times her salary. Exactly. And they are engaged, I assume, by the use of the word fiance. This isn't about fancy restaurants or being out of touch. You do not split things down the middle when your future spouse, who makes a substantially different amount of money than you, which leaves one person well off and the other struggling. Not rent, not bills, not car payments. This isn't even about eating at nice restaurants. This is about what is OP's friend's poor life going to be like with this guy. That's true, right? And then Cats Calls Tornado says, my friend was dating a rich dude who made some comment about her not liking cashmere. She's like, huh? He says, well, you never wear any. And so maybe they are out of touch. And here's another comment. Lavender Lightning 24, not the a-hole. People who insist on splitting bills 50-50 despite making shit tons of money while their partner scrapes by are massive a-holes. And Lunchbox 3 says, when my now husband started working and I was still a student, we stayed on student budget and kept splitting things, though he did treat me for my birthday, etc. I think that worked because it allowed him to save more in his first year working. Okay, so it looked like we agreed with the Redditors, and they deemed that OP not the a-hole. So let's move on to the second one. And if you remember, the second one is, am I the a-hole for leaving everything to my bio children and none to my step? And in this case, this OP had been battling cancer for almost 30 years, and is now living comfortably with cancer, as she states. But now she's been married 2 years, and her new husband has grown kids, and she was telling her husband that she's making plans for, when she does pass away, and she wants to make sure that she leaves everything she has to her 2 kids, one of which is, all of whom are grown, but one of which has also been widowed and has children. So the husband got all upset about it, and yeah. So I said I didn't think she was the a-hole. I didn't understand why he was being so weird about it, actually, to the point where he told his oldest daughter about her plans. I just thought that was weird. But let's see what the Redditors thought. Are we ready? They deemed this OP not the a-hole, just as I thought. Let's get into some of these comments real quick. So Artistic Thought 7309 says, he may be a high earner as an oral surgeon, but I would not be surprised if he married you for money. Of your 51 years of life, this man has not been in 49 of those. It sounds like, with the exception of the 19-year-old, all his other 3 children are adults. Why on earth would they expect to be a part of the will of a woman they only met 2 years ago, when they were already grown-ups? I believe you need to revisit this relationship. As Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time, not the a-hole, and get well. I agree. I agree. As someone who is happily single, but dating and happy with him. But anyway, someone happily single, I can't imagine marrying someone and expecting that they will take care of my grown kid, that their will take care of my grown kids after only a year. Maybe as you grow to know them and build some familiarity. But with this particular situation, it seems as though, again, she's been ill for a very long time. And she says in the comments that they've been married 2 years, but knew each other a year before that through a church group and all of that stuff. But it just still seems odd to me. Let's keep going on with these comments. Health from HR says, major, not the a-hole. There's some entitlement here that would scare the heck out of me from a partner you've been married to for 2 years. How long had you been together prior to marriage? If it's not a long time, I'd genuinely been concerned. If I were marrying late in life with adult or almost adult children, I'd almost have assumed we were each responsible for our own kids. I think the general population would feel the same way, especially when it sounds like your partner has more than you to leave behind. Was he planning on splitting his estate among his bio and stepkids like he expects of you? Ghost Party 21 says, you've been married for 2 years and he wants to leave money to his kids? His adult kids? Is he planning on leaving money to your kids? I'm willing to bet he's not. And I guarantee you, if you pass before him, your kids won't see a dime. He's an oral surgeon. He makes good coin. He can take care of his own adult kids if he wants to. Travel 8053 says, also, why DF, not sure what that means, did he tell his kid they were left nothing? For one thing, it's none of their business what they get on your passing, and it's going to cause drama. I'm not telling a soul what they get from my inheritance beforehand. And Birdsome responds with, he's starting drama, trying to guilt her into giving his kids money. Disgusting, this poor woman. Dart 1126 says, not the a-hole. He got upset and said you were horrible. He told one of his kids. Ask to see his will. Beneficiary designations right now. I doubt your kids are on there. Rightfully so. You've been married for 2 years and you both have adult children. Just know. And the voice of reason says, I'm willing to bet OP isn't in his will. Okay, so right now, y'all, we are 2 for 2. Let's move on to the third one. Okay, the final one from yesterday is, am I the a-hole for being rude to my stepdaughter and banning her from eating with the family? If you recall, there were 2 stepdaughters, one named Scarlett, one named Ava. Scarlett is 18, Ava is 16. Scarlett is someone who can sing, has been singing forever. She's received training in singing. She sometimes get paid to do opening acts and all of that. Ava is 16. Ava believes she can sing, but she cannot. At least the stepmother doesn't think so. And they have tried to encourage Ava to go to choir in different classes, but Ava typically quits after 1 or 2 weeks. Well, Ava believes she can sing and sings anywhere she wants to, everywhere she wants to. Whether they are in the car driving, listening to a completely different song, she'll sing whatever it is she wants to sing. If they're sitting at the dinner table or sitting eating a meal together, she'll just jump off singing. And again, it's not a good singing voice. She's been asked to stop, and she is defiant in that and will not stop and will only listen to her dad. So the stepmother, or the OP, has said to Ava that, hey, since you don't know how to behave at the table, you go eat elsewhere. And so she's asking, is she the a-hole? Well, y'all, the Redditors deemed this OP the a-hole. I tend to disagree. I tend to disagree. I'm not big on coddling people. She didn't say that Ava could not sing, and she can sing wherever she wants to, just not here. I don't need to hear it. Right? Just imagine if you're sitting at the dinner table and someone's acting like it's karaoke night and they're horrible. Do you want to hear that? But it's not about me. I already gave my opinion. I don't think this person is the a-hole. But let's get into some of these comments. So Specialist Owl 2660 says, okay, for almost the entirety of this story, I was ready to say not the a-hole until the very end. So her sister gets to sing at the dinner table. Just not her? I mean, I think it's weird to sing at the dinner table anyways, but if you have a double standard going on here, you're the a-hole. Ava is younger than her sister. Sometimes it takes some time to get better at something, and acting rude to her and discouraging her because you clearly don't like her makes you an a-hole. Either ban singing at the dinner table completely or keep your mouth shut and invoke the thumper rule. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Okay, well, that's one way to look at it, but I think the woman, the OP, responded and said that no one sings at the dinner table. And again, let's remember the ages of these kids. These people, they are 18 and 16 respectively. Take that in. They're not 10 and 12. They're 18 and 16 respectfully. A 16-year-old, unless there's something wrong with them cognizantly, should be able to control themselves while eating. That's all. She's not saying don't sing. OP is not saying don't sing. She's saying while we're eating, while we're communing together, while we're riding in the car and we're listening to this song over here, could you not loudly sing that song over there? While we're at the table eating, could you not just bust out in song in the middle of our eating, and we might be, I don't know, conversating as well? Could you not do that? But let's move on to the next comment. BN0503 says ESH. I do not know what that means, y'all. So if you know, please put that into the comments, because I don't know what that means. But ESH, Ava, just because she sounds annoying as F, and you because you're a parent and she's a child, and you've seemingly repeatedly told her she's not good at something she's passionate about and not in a nice way. Encourage her to follow other pursuits, and definitely continue to enforce that it's inappropriate to loudly sing when people want a quiet meal. But brutally laying out that she's rubbish at the one thing she's passionate about and rubbing in her failure to succeed is pretty harsh when it's coming from a parental figure, especially when it's followed up with, and now you go eat alone. Okay, so Ziggy says ESH stands for everyone sucks here. So with that understanding, let's move on. So Much More Ego says ESH, everyone sucks here. It sounds like she is very envious of her sister and it's causing her to act out. She's being immature and annoying. But it sounds like you all are very quick to remind her that she sucks at singing. It shouldn't be about how good she is or isn't. It should be about being disruptive and loud at the table, in the car, etc. There are times when singing is appropriate and other times when it isn't. If Scarlett were singing loudly at the dinner table, would she be asked to stop? If not, then you guys are extra a-holes. Okay, so that's all the comments that I captured. And look, I did 2 out of 3. I still don't agree with the stepmother being the a-hole, deem the a-hole. I don't think so. I think it's crazy how society now expects that you will coddle every kid that walks by. Um, if she's not good at singing, she's not good at singing. Um, if my child was playing the violin, right? And I offer tutoring. I get them the classes that they need. I get them the lessons that they need. They can watch the different videos, and they do none of that, but continue to try to play the violin, and it's horrible. Even though they have not done anything to get better, I don't want to hear it. It's not my fault. You don't even get the participation award. But that's my opinion. They deemed that parent the a-hole. Look, come back tomorrow because I will have today's, I'm sorry, not come back tomorrow. Come on back because I will now be posting today's Am I the A-holes? And we'll get into those. I got some juicy ones for you. And if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I need all the views, all the likes, all the comments I can get, and I appreciate each and every one of them. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one.